Good morning, good morning, good morning, Scorpios. Good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're deciding to watch this. If you're watching it recorded, my name is Patty. I'm an empath that is here to do your intuitive tarot. It is divine driven and divine guided. So if you do not like the divine God of the universe, definitely this is probably not your channel. So I basically do guidance from the divine for your struggles, challenges, questions you might be having, things that you're going through. Maybe you have a question. Maybe you have a question you've been asking and you just haven't gotten an answer yet. So hopefully he'll come through for you today. This is for you to help better yourself, grow yourself into the best person that the divine has created you to be. That's called absolute love. Anyway, so this is for you. I do mix astrology and numerology. That is a secondary energy that I pull on because we want to see what is going on. Because astrology, you'll find that the energies are pretty much the same as divines because he created. So why wouldn't it be? Anyway, so let's get started. This is for the 7th through the 13th. There is a new moon on the 10th. So you may have some energies that are a little bit... feel like you're tired or lethargic or your head's a little foggy, that kind of a thing. The other thing that might be causing that is we're also in 3 retrogrades. I can't even shuffle this morning. 3 retrogrades. We're in Mercury retrograde, we're in Saturn retrograde, and Pluto retrograde. Now, Mercury retrograde is leaving, guys. It's leaving June 22nd. So if you're having communication problems, struggling with somebody, fighting with somebody, debates with somebody, just, it seems to be having a hard time with somebody, they're not hearing you or not getting it, that kind of a thing, that's the Mercury retrograde. Hang on, it's almost over. All right. So let's get started. For those of you that are brand new coming into tarot, I am shuffling, trying to attempt to shuffle. So these are called oracles. Now the oracles are more of a theme. And I will be pulling 3 oracles, one for the divine's card, divine message, current energy, and also a future energy, which is more astrology. But you'll see how they all intertwine together. It's very interesting. So again, the first card is divine's, his message to you in whatever you're trying to ask or go through, because somebody's going through something out there. And if you're not, you're getting ready to go into something or you're coming out of something, one of the 3. And then I will pull, I will go into the tarot after that. All right. Tarot cards are different than oracles for those of you that are new. They're basically 78 cards of the original, way back when tarot was designed. People just misunderstand tarot. Everybody thinks it's dark and satanic and it's evil and it's, cursing and all that kind of stuff, spelling. No, it's actually not. It was driven from actually the light. It's just humans twisted it. So anyway, so let's get going here. So we are going to do this, and then I'll give you a few announcements here and there because there's a lot of things coming up. All right. All right. So the first card, the first oracle, is going to be the talisman. So this is about your journey. And it is also 9. This is the number 4. So this is about your stability in your journey and how to create it and to make it more stable. The talisman is about been there, done that, and sort of knows how to avoid some pitfalls, how to not go back and do things that don't work, how to, if you've been there and learned a lesson, you don't want to learn that lesson over again. So Divine's saying, hey, you learned that lesson, please don't go back there again. So we go to our past. We have issues with our past that we just don't want to seem to let go. And then we end up going through a same cycle. Have you ever met somebody and you're like, why do I keep meeting the same people? I want to meet some new people, because you keep getting in a pattern of meeting the wrong people or whatever it is. That is what the talisman is, because you're in this pattern. And it's going to keep going. And the reason why it's going to keep going, because you need you need to change. The divine is not going to change. He's waiting for you to change, to stop this crazy cycle. It's like insanity, doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. That's insanity. That's the same as these patterns that you keep doing over and over and over again. Okay. And so the divine is saying, let's get off the roller coaster. Let's get off that. What is that wheel that goes around? The Ferris wheel. Get off the Ferris wheel, kind of a thing. And so our current energy is heal the ouch. 8, 9, 10, 11. That's the number 2 in numerology. Okay. So the first card is the number 4. So we're trying to get stability, getting that balance back, getting that core foundation to a new direction, because that old direction of your core is not working. And if it is, then the thing is, this is to bring something together or to separate something. This is about healing the pain. So healing the pain is something that's very hard for some people to do because they don't want to forgive. They want to hold on to that negative, low vibrational energy and let it keep spinning here. Somebody loves the spinning. I hate that. What is that ride? Tilt-a-whirl, where you're spinning and going around all the time. Makes you sick. Does it make you sick yet? Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired yet? All right. So heal the ouch. We've got to get through the pain, and we have to feel it to get through it. So you cannot heal from something without actually feeling the pain, almost sort of like you're vomiting it up. You know, you have to have it come up and release it to get rid of it. And you'll know, okay, for relationships, if you think that you're over somebody, you're like, oh yeah, I'm over him. But then you talk to somebody and you're very defensive about him, that you're not over it. The reason why is if you know that you're over a pain, whether it's somebody doing something to you, whether it's somebody that wronged you, whether it was somebody said something to you, whether they whatever did to you, it won't bother you anymore. When you get that neutral, peace, quiet feeling, okay, whatever. Yeah, they did that. That's the past. I'm now moving forward. And it doesn't bother you anymore. And you're honest and absolute truth to yourself that it literally does not bother you anymore. You're through that healing. Until then, you're not healed. And you have to keep working at it and working at it. And you can't do that without being in solitude. I think it is so amazing that the divine and the future card is always the same numerology, number 4. I can't say always. I'll say probably 90% of the time is the same numerology, number 4. This is to get your core foundation back to balance, back to growth, back to where it needs to be in absolute truth. When you learn what absolute truth is and you walk in absolute truth, your life will completely change. Been there, done that. I lived worldly. I lived through the roller coasters. I lived through all the tips and turns. I've lived through all that kind of stuff, just like somebody's doing. However, do you see the light is in front of the road and it's moving forward? You can't go backwards. She doesn't have the light behind her. She has the light off to the side and in front of her, in the middle of the path. Okay, this is forward movement, not backward movement, people. Somebody's got their car in reverse and the reverse is about ready to burn out. So you keep your car in reverse the whole time, you're going to burn out, or that thing's going to stall or die. It can't keep going that way. All right. So next I'm going to do a 7-card spread. I'm going to get a little bit of your past. I'm going to get a little bit of your strengths, your weaknesses, going to see where you're stuck, and then also see what the divine has to throw in with this. So divine, this is all divine driven, divine guided. Please only allow light energies in. Okay. Are these upside down? Nope. Oh, okay. Yeah, I agree with you. Thank you. All right. So in somebody's past, they don't take care of themselves very well. They're not getting any rest. We have the Four of Swords in reverse, and they're not getting any rest. They don't take care of themselves physically, and they also don't take care of themselves emotionally. This is really hard because you get worn out, and this is earthly. Because if you're not going to take care of yourself, you're not taking care of the vehicle and the vessel that is carrying your spirit and your soul. It's going to wear out. You have to take care of it. This is a vessel that is not meant to be abused and to last a long time. And even abuse, not getting enough sleep, that's abuse to your body. Not being able to get, enough food. People who diet and starve themselves, you're not taking care of your body. You're starving it. It needs food to feel the brain. It needs fuel to fuel the organs. It needs fuel to keep it running, like oil does to a car, like gas does to a car. Some of the people, when you diet, it's wrong. If you people in with my nutrition and fitness background, if you starve yourself, well, I'm going to go on a low carb diet or a low calorie diet, and you starve yourself 1,000 calories a day or 1,200 calories a day, your body goes into holding all that. It starts holding all the fat rather than letting it go. A lot of people don't realize that instead of doing that, well, I'm not getting carbs. Yeah, well, then you're starting to lose muscle. You're not really starting to lose fat. So this is somebody who's just not taking care of their body. This is a time to really think about this. This is a past card, so we can put that in the past and now begin to start taking care of our body, putting good nutrition into it, getting some rest, feeding our brain with good things, healthy things, things that lift us up, things that move us forward, not backward. Want to do that, all right? So, this card here is what's sort of happening right now in somebody's life, that they're probably having some problems financially, and they're not sure how to go about correcting that. Or maybe they've been struggling financially for years and are in that cycle. Like I said, once we get in this pattern, we think this is going to keep working, or maybe something will come up, or maybe something will give and the financial thing will change, and it won't, because you got to change your mind process before. And there is a door there down on the bottom for you to go through. However, somebody's stubborn in wanting to change. Somebody's stubborn in wanting to try something new. So we get stuck in this we get stuck in a financial pattern of struggling. Been there, done that. Because we don't have faith. We don't have trust and faith in the divine to help us through that process. Been there, done that. So I didn't have faith for a while. It's like, okay, I got to do it. I got to make all the money. I got to make sure things, because I wasn't on the right track. I wasn't on the right journey. I wasn't on the right path. My mindset was completely off. And I was putting spiritual second and world first, and I had it all backwards. Once we put spiritual first and then we put world second, then things begin to turn around and things begin to heal. Things begin to move forward. Things begin to change. Okay. Yeah. So one thing that has really good for you, somebody here, you have a really very open spirit, very creative spirit. This is something that has helped you. You seem to be very charismatic. You're easy to approach, easy to talk to. People maybe even come to you and share their woes with you. And this is something that brings you satisfaction, brings you peace. Maybe this is sort of like somebody who could even be a healer or a light worker or a mentor or a teacher, or maybe a counselor, a coach, or things like that. And this person actually is not bad at it, and people look up to them, so this is sort of like when people tell me, people listen to what you say, and I'm like, they do, they really do. Because this is not me, I'm the conduit. So they don't listen. In all reality, they're not listening to me, they're listening to what the divine is giving me wisdom for. So this person here definitely has people listening to them. However, this person is really wonderful. However, your fault is that you go and share it with everybody. And your fault is that this is what's keeping you in this circle and going around and around and around. If you begin to stop talking to other people about other people, this is where you're going to begin to heal. Because gossip or sharing confidential information is not a work of the divine. That's the work of the low vibration and the devil, that kind of a thing. So you're holding back on your own, and you think it's okay. It's not. When you talk, if somebody comes to you in confidentiality, you definitely have to respect and own that. You don't share that, and whether it's family, who's doing it in the family, because somebody in the family's doing it. And this is something that you've got to learn to have trusting in the path in front of you, not what's behind you. So if somebody has hurt you in the past, because this is about healing the ouch, if somebody has hurt you in the past, has betrayed you, or maybe even shared information they should not have shared, that person, you know what? Bye-bye. Because they don't have your best interest at heart. Even in relationships, when you get into a relationship or dating even, this is why the first three dates are so crucial and so important, to actually interview that person if they're worthy of you beyond a third date or even a first date or a second date. You should be able to get a lot of information from an hour and a half for 3 dates about a person if you want to move forward. Sometimes it's even one date. It's like, yeah, that's enough of that one, because you're looking for honesty, you're looking for integrity, you're looking for character, you're looking for morals, you're looking for trust. Can I trust this person to value me if I share information to keep it to themselves? Somebody is probably healing from that because somebody didn't keep that information. All right. And this is something that somebody is in the future going to go into solitude and actually think about themselves in this manner. Here's the thing, though. Here's your challenge card, guys, is that for somebody, they have been doing everything. Remember, I said before, some people are putting the world thought process first, which is not absolute truth. That's anybody's opinion, what truth really is. Then spirit second. Maybe you don't even believe that there's a higher divine or God. Maybe you don't even believe that. So maybe there's no spiritual at all. That's where everything's getting wrong. However, somebody is not doing that. Somebody is doing world first and they're putting divine second. This is the Hierophant card. This is your challenge card. This is your challenge to actually change your path and do it the opposite way, is by putting your spiritual self first, your soul, your spirit, your intuition of what divine is sharing you for your purpose and your calling, and whatever it is for you for your future. So the path has to change and reverse. And then what happens is, what you'll notice is, then you don't heal yourself. The divine sends healing. And let me tell you, it's almost immediate for some things, and other things that you may have PTSD or trauma about. He will work with those through you until those are actually very calm and peaceful. You may have to live with them because they're your past experience. However, you will be able to manage and live with them, and then begin to share your stories and your traumas with somebody. Again, that somebody is somebody who doesn't share unless you say you can go ahead and share it. Okay? I never share people's stories. I may give you an example, but I will never ever share somebody's story without asking them, may I share this with so and so? May I share with, because they may be going through the same thing. So this is part of our process of healing. When to know to zip it, guys. When to know to zip it. All right. So for somebody, this is just they're in the reverse process. Somebody's thinking more worldly, how can I heal from this? Well, you can heal from it worldly, but it's going to keep coming back. It's sort of like when you're in a relationship and you agree with a partner not to bring something up. Let's talk about it, get it out on the table, and never bring it up again. Okay. And then later on, one of the partners keeps bringing it up over and over and over and over and beating that dead horse. And the other partner's like, I thought we agreed not to talk about this. So I thought we put it to bed. And the other one's like, yeah, but I need to bring it up because what? And then they keep bringing it up. Can't do that. You gotta mature to a level where you bring it up, you discuss it, you get it all out on the table, get the elephant out of the room, and then you move on forward and you keep moving. You gotta let that part go. All right. So let's see what else Divine has going here. And then at the very end, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and do love and relationships real quick. Oh wow, we're at 20 minutes already. Okay, so let's see what else he's got going. And just so you know, while I'm shuffling here, 1 minute dailies are still going on. I am going to be doing those Monday through Friday. So subscribe, hit the bell, and you'll know when those on. Those are just a little 1 minute inspirational the Divine wants to send through for the day to give somebody a little lift, a pickup for the day, that kind of a thing. I don't ever know. I just pray before I pull the cards. And then he gives me the cards, and there we go. All right, so there's that. New moon on the 10th, and then I'm going on vacation at the end of the month. I haven't had a vacation for 4 years, so I am taking a vacation. So you will have 1 week of, I think it's the week of the 28th through the 4th, 1 week of recorded. However, I'm taking my cards with me, so you might see me do a reading, a live reading from Universal Studios in Florida or Disney World. So I'm going to be doing a couple things for my travel channel as well while I'm there, or my travel agency while I'm there. So also, if you're in Orlando in Universal Studios at the end of June, or Disney World, email me. I'd love to meet you. I'd love to say hello. I love to meet my viewers. That would be awesome. Even if we're in the park and we say, hey, how you doing? Keep going. I'd love to do that. But yeah, I'm going to take my cards with me and see what's up while I'm down there. Get different energies from a different part of the world and see what's going on, because people are on vacation, their energies are different. And I love to be around there. All right, so we've got the Hermit of Virgo in here. And we've got the number 9 twice. So this is intense, guys. So we've got the Hermit, we have the 9 of Swords, and we have the Page of Pentacles. So this is definitely in regards to somebody's financial, maybe somebody sort of left them stuck in a financial situation. However, I believe this is yours. I don't really believe. I think it's time to reevaluate how you're looking at your finances and how you're trying to also internally work on yourself. Because we've got the Hermit and the 9 of Swords. Okay. And the 9 of Swords is, again, something that you're really stressed out about, but you've also not taken care of yourself. So how can you come up with a really clear decision on how to move forward if you're exhausted, or if you're so worried and focused on an issue that you can't even think forward? That is why the Divine is there. Give it to him. Give it to him and just say, I can't do this. You got to help me. I can't do this. I can't heal. I can't move forward without your help, without your wisdom. Give me a sign, or give me the wisdom. Give me the peace. Give me the calmness. Give me this. Please. I need your help. If you don't ask, you're not going to get it. Because there is a Page of Pentacles. It is this is a message coming forward about your finances that we really need to figure out how to get it on track. The only way to get it on track is to heal and to keep moving forward. There's so many resources out there for people financially, whether you want to go to school, start a business, if you're just surviving, there's lots of foods and shelters and clothing and things like that, resources out there that will help. You just have to know in your county and your communities who to go to. First place, if you don't know, you call the city, call the county, call the church. Hey, I need help with, boo, how do I go about doing this? Oh, call this number, call this number, call this number. If you're having trouble with your electricity, they'll say, oh, call your county help people, and they'll help you with your rent, they'll help you with your lights, they'll help you with, whatever. Your state helps you with food, all that kind of stuff. So there is help out there, but you have to keep moving forward in a positive thinking manner. I don't know who this is for, but this is for your mindset. You've got to change your mindset, because it's not working. You're not healing. You're not moving forward. You just keep repeating this cycle over and over and over again. So until you change, nothing's going to change. You have to change. God doesn't change. You have to change. You have to start talking in absolute truth. And the only way you can do this is in solitude, sit in a quiet place. This is your future energy for June and July. This is a process. This is not going to be an overnight thing because you don't believe in the higher power. Or you're like, I don't know how to go to the higher power. I don't know how to ask the higher power. That's why I have a video, how to talk to divine and ask. And I'll be doing another one. But the thing is, there is a video there for you if you're scared, you don't know how. That's why I put that there, because the divine said, some people don't know how to talk to me. All you do is talk to them, literally. And how you ask them, you have to ask specifically. And that's what that video is about. But this is to help you with your healing because, you're not getting sleep. You're not taking care of yourself. Okay? See, he's watching. Hermit is watching. He is saying, okay, if you don't take care of yourself, how can I use you? How can I give you what you need and what you want? Okay? So, I'm not going to beat the dead horse. You can believe in divine and God, or you don't. That's up to you. I know my path because I've been living in both. And let me tell you, I'll stay right where I am in the spiritual world. 100%. People want, and that's probably why I have a hard time dating, because most of the men I meet are very worldly. That's part of being a man, is to, make money, be successful. However, that shouldn't be all, because then you're not in balance. You're not in balance with the universe. You're not in balance with God. You're not in balance with what's supposed to be happening in your life. All right. Oops. Come on. Do that one more time. All right. So, yeah, I think those are the only announcements. So if you haven't liked, subscribed by now, or shared, please go ahead and do that. And then hit the notifications, because that you'll be notified when I upload my new videos and also upload the dailies. I don't know if I'm going to be doing a new moon reading, but you'll know then. Usually I do my thumbnails. It's the 6th today, so I have to make a decision here by the 8th. So the divine usually tells me if I'm going to do it or not. So remember, we're in Mercury retrograde. So if you're having issues communicating with somebody, pick your battles, because this is Mercury retrograde. It will go away June 22nd. However, diffuse any arguments, because it's not worth it in this time. This is Mercury retrograde wanting to do its bad business. All right. So for anybody in a love relationship, and this love relationship could be a family member, could be a really close friend that you just really love, because there's 8 different levels of love. And this could be a romantic level. This could be an intimate level. However, the resting tree, this is where we're at. What did I say? It's almost the be still time. Okay? Be patient and stillness. What did I say before I even pulled the card? I said you have to be patient. You have to be still. Please do not, fight, diffuse the argument, do whatever you can, because you have to be patient to understand somebody else's perspective. So in this relationship, and the stillness is in you to be able to be patient, to listen to what the perspective is of the other person. Then you can analyze if you really, really, really want to move forward or not. This is about healing. Okay? So somebody may have gotten a tiff recently thanks to Mercury out retrograde. However, you need to be patient and still at the moment. Let things rest and lie. It yeah, and it's a time to give rather than take. So remember, I just said about persist or to your what do you call it? Perspectives. Okay, so you want to listen to the other person's perspective first because you already know yours. So you want to understand their core foundation, their values, where they're coming from, what they want, where they want to go, where they've been, why they think the way that they do, so that you can build that bond and relationship better. So this is the moon in Virgo, very analytical, okay, very trying to figure things out and make things happen for the future. Okay, this is the path forward with this person. How can I understand them better? How can I listen to them better? How can I do this better? Because you have to figure it out and just be still. What is the biggest thing that a lot of relationships fight about? Well, of course, it's money and sex, but it's about you don't hear me, you don't listen to me. Be still and listen. There is a big difference between hearing and listening. Hearing goes this way sometimes. Listening is being intent and saying, oh, is that really what you said? Being an active listener. This is the time to do that. And the time to give yourself the ability to be a more active listener. Be still, be patient, be kind, be loving. But this is about patience and stillness. All right. And it's also about the number 4. This is about your core foundation in your relationship. So I keep hearing listening, listening, listening. So this is about being good communicators with each other, because Mercury retrograde right now doesn't want you to be. All right. So I hope this helped, Scorpios. This has been a real challenging one because it's very spiritual. This week he's been very spiritual in a lot of the readings, because he's like, I think he's getting sick and tired of people being more worldly rather than spiritually, and you know, all he wants is to be closer to us and hang out with us and be with us, and that's what love is. What is the most precious thing that you can give anybody in this world? Your time. Your time. Anyway, I hope this was helpful, and I will see you again on the 14th, and we will talk to you soon. Take care. Walk in absolute truth, which is divine truth and love.